Accessories, accessories, accessories. What's the most important part to your movie watching or video game playing experience? The screen, obviously. This right here is a 13.3-inch OLED display from Innocn or Innocn? China? I don't know. As of their Amazon listing, this is supposed to have 100% of the DCI P3 color gamut. This is also an OLED display as well, meaning that black should show up as black instead of like the weird gray you may be used to on an LCD. The accessories package for this monitor isn't really all that crazy either. It comes with a magnetic kickstand. This magnetizes to a specific spot on the monitor. It doesn't magnetize to the entire back of the monitor. The stand itself is quite robust, but again, all that depends on the strength of the magnets. Furthermore, it comes with its own USB Type-C block and USB Type-C cables. It also comes with an HDMI to mini HDMI cable as well. Mini HDMI to HDMI cables are relatively more expensive than most other cables, so don't lose yours. Now let's talk about the portable monitor itself. I've covered a couple of portable monitors myself, even OLED as well, but this is definitely the smallest and most compact monitor I've checked out on this channel. Setup is extremely simple as well. One USB cable goes to power, and your mini HDMI to HDMI goes to your Steam Deck. It's difficult to showcase on video, but the blacks really are black. This is truly an OLED display after all. This is Live Alive, another one of Square Enix's HD 2D games. It also looks really nice as well. In my opinion, these games with striking art styles showcase the difference between OLED and regular IPS displays better than, say, realistic games with realistic graphics. The colors certainly pop out more. Also worth mentioning is that you can use the touchscreen if you plug this into the Steam Deck directly via USB Type-C. The regular price for this is $249.99 on Amazon, though currently as of the writing of this video, this monitor is on sale for $149.99. It's a pretty substantial discount. I think it's very much worth it for a monitor like this. Next up are these Nixie products that they sent me. They actually sent me this Nintendo Switch case, which yes, it is in fact a Nintendo Switch case, but it's too long to be a normal one. These are definitely for if you're using aftermarket Joy-Cons, like the ones I'm about to show y'all. It's a very impressive looking case. You could probably fit a dock in here as well if so desired. You could fit the Switch in there, though I feel like it's supposed to fit in there with Joy-Cons detached. I'm not entirely sure. Whatever the case, it's a pretty decent case, which I'm not going to really focus on too hard because I want to focus on something else entirely. That's right, I want to talk about this. I should have gotten this a lot sooner. I should have gotten this last month, but United States Customs was kind of terrible. In fact, they sent the controller back without attempting to deliver this to my house once. You can ask any of the other Steam Deck content creators. I was livid. What the heck is this thing? Is it a GameCube controller? No, not quite. These also aren't Switch Pro controllers either. These right here are in fact two separate Joy-Cons. We'll get into why this is important later. In the meantime though, let's talk about the controller itself. Obviously this isn't like a one-to-one recreation of a GameCube controller, given that it has clickable sticks and all of these other functions that the original GameCube controller didn't have. But does it feel like a GameCube controller? Well, there's only one way to find out. This right here is my GameCube controller that I pulled out of my storage. I'm gonna level with you. It really doesn't feel anything like a GameCube controller, so if you're going for accuracy, then this is not it. The shape of the controller itself is somewhat accurate. It feels kind of like a Wavebird, but bigger. The sticks feel a lot more loose than, say, the original GameCube controller. The buttons don't feel the same either, and furthermore, the triggers aren't dual stage, meaning there may be issues if you're trying to play this with, say, Super Mario Sunshine. But it's not to say the controller feels bad or anything. The controller does feel quite nice in my hands, even if the Nixie Wizard doesn't fully recreate the GameCube experience in my hands. This controller also has Hall effect sticks, meaning this shouldn't succumb to stick drift. It also has gyro as well. Unfortunately for anyone using this with a Nintendo Switch, this does not have NFC functionality, meaning you cannot use amiibos with this if you were, say, on your Switch. But honestly, I don't really care about any of that. So back to the Joy-Con experience. Why does this matter? Well, as you can see here, you can detach these controllers. These also have internal batteries as well, so they can be used wirelessly separately. Unfortunately though, I think this could have been better designed. You see, the middle piece doesn't actually do anything. And so if you want to charge these, you'll either have to 1, plug them in directly to your Switch, which is very possible, or 2, charge them separately with 2 USB-C cables. You also have the option to swap out the stick gates for your sticks. By default, the controller has the classic GameCube octagonal gates installed, but you can swap them out for more circular gates. Circular gates are better for more modern games, just not Super Smash Bros. Now I'm going to test it out on a Steam Deck. To use this wirelessly, you want to go into Bluetooth, and you'll want to turn Bluetooth on if it's not already on. On the inside of each Joy-Con, there are pairing buttons. Hold them down until something happens. As you can see now, when the lights are oscillating like that, that means they're in pairing mode. Now you'll have to scan for Bluetooth devices. As you can see here, you may need to turn Bluetooth on and off, or scroll all the way down. Now you'll see 2 Bluetooth devices, Joy-Con L and Joy-Con R. Once you've paired them both, you're done. Now it works as expected. They're registered as Joy-Cons. Let's play some video games. Let's play a game that was released in 2023. This is Dungeon Drafters. And currently, as of right now, this is one of my favorite deck builders. Definitely get this game. You won't regret it. But what's the point of playing a game like this when we could be, I don't know, playing a GameCube game instead? This is Super Smash Bros. Melee running on Dolphin through the Steam Deck, and honestly, I'm no good at this game. You could definitely play Smash with a controller, but it won't feel the same, But you could definitely adequately play Smash. And yes, this is a friendly reminder that these are in fact Joy-Cons. Also, much earlier in the month, JSOC sent me a couple of accessories, but I could not tell you guys about it because it's supposed to be a surprise. JSOC sent me 2 of these fans. These fans can be used to cool down your Steam Deck. One fan is presumably magnetic, and the other one clamps onto your Steam Deck and exhausts air. And they do their job pretty well, though honestly, I'm not entirely sure they're necessary. And of course, with these attached to your Steam Deck, you can't really dock them, so there's that to keep in mind as well. There is one thing to note about the magnetic fan. If you have a Delta fan in your Steam Deck, which is probably like half of the Steam Decks out there, you cannot use magnets on it. Furthermore, if you have one of those alternative backplates from JSOCs with the metal backplates, it doesn't magnetize to that either, which is kind of annoying, honestly. They also sent over these stands. The big one is meant for laptops, and honestly, I need to pull up my laptop because I haven't used that in quite a bit. But the smaller one is for a product that you'll be seeing soon, the Omni case too. What is the Omni case? Well, it's a case, but also a USB Type-C hub. Compared to most Steam Deck docks, this has a sinful glut of ports. The main attraction here is that this top half opens up. You've got room for your full-sized SD cards, micro SD cards, a SIM ejector, and you've also got all of these different cables. As you can see here, we have a Type-C to Type-C port, and a number of different adapters to go with it as well. What this means is if you bring the Omni case with you, you'll always have the right cable, unless it's an iPhone cable. This isn't strictly a Steam Deck dock, as you can use this as a dock basically anything really. If you have a computer or maybe a MacBook or something like that, you can use it with those as well. But how does it function as a Steam Deck dock? Well, I'll tell you. It looks something like this. That's right, I've been using this Omni case all this time, just off screen. It works excellently as a dock. I've had 0 issues with it so far, though I would need to test this out a bit more, so I'll be making a dedicated video on this later. If you like this video, be sure to press the thumbs up button and spread the good gospel of high-tech lowlife. And if you want to see more high-tech lowlife, be sure to subscribe and press the bell icon for notifications. And for you enlightened individuals, be sure to join my Discord server. And if you wish to support high-tech lowlife, be sure to check out our Patreon page. Links in the description down below.